Dwight with bkkfatty.com. We're at the front of Thewet Market. We're going to go in here, scope out what's happening. There's a lot of action. I can already smell the Thai mackerel, which smells really fishy and really tasty to me. So let's have a look around. We got chopped pig head, tongues, ears, a little bit of everything. On the other side, we got some chicken that couldn't get any fresher. Any part of the chicken you want. The chicken feet, you can have a whole bag. And and it's kind of funny. The other vendors are teasing her to smile. There's pretty much anything you can want in the market, including some beautiful looking seafood. There's some tiger prawn and fresh crab, and yeah, this all makes me want to go home and cook. If you're really lucky, maybe one of these fresh fish will just like jump up in your lap. So of course everything is wet in here. They call it the wet market for a reason, right? They have all sorts of fresh seafood and everything, so it smells fishy. There's a trash guy coming through, so you can smell the trash. There's definitely a little bit of funk in the air, and so it can be an overwhelming experience to come here. I do recommend this market though, because it's a little calmer than Klung Tui. It's one main street, and then when you go back across the street, there's a lot of different food options and restaurants that you can actually sit out and eat at, or take something that you bought in the market for them to cook. Gotta have your limes or sourness in your Thai food. So you see limes over here are big business. Yeah, here's some manus prawn. They're 100 baht a kilo. That's about $3 for a kilo of manus prawn. It's such a strange meat. It's quite similar to shrimp. So it's a delicacy to have it in like a tom yum or even like your regular egg noodle type dish. So, but yeah, quite a popular item at the moment. It's trendy with a couple restaurants in Bangkok and on the outer provinces. So there's a famous version of samtam, the papaya salad that they make with this actual blue crab. So this is, if you're wondering one of the places where you can get it from in Bangkok, this is it. Well, I should say really quickly that the best curries and things that you find in Thailand are all made with fresh coconut. This is one of the stations in the stall where you can actually get them to press the coconut fresh. This is the giant machine that they use. The coconut lady or man or whoever's at the stall will also have some curry paste. So you can grab, for example, masaman curry paste, or this particular stall has the paste that you would use to make a southern Thai curry. Yeah, gang som Thai, which is some really fiery, spicy stuff. But that's the secret. You gotta have like a freshly made curry paste to make it. Maybe we'll have some of that later. Thewet Market is probably a kilometer long. Well, maybe not a kilometer, maybe 700 or 800 meters. It's pretty long. You can walk through here. The people are really friendly compared to some of the busier and crazier markets, especially this time of day. So Thewet Market is a great market to visit in the morning, and it's also a cool place to experience a little bit of Thai culture. It's located not far from Khao San Road and some of the main attractions of the old part of Bangkok, including like the Marble Temple and Chilada Palace, and a lot of places that are off the beaten path for a lot of tourists. So I recommend this market. It's small. It's one narrow little street where you can go and kind of, you know, smile at the aunties and uncles in there selling all sorts of things. If you're a bit squeamish about being in the market, you definitely want to check out the other side of the road where it's mostly fresh food and food. So some of that fish that you saw flapping around is right across the street here being deep fried. This particular vendor looks super tasty. He's got some nice sized tilapia. He's got his clean, safe quality certificate out here. And he's also has a beautiful looking sauce that you're gonna wanna throw all over that fried fish to give it that spicy and sour kick. So some of that catfish that you saw jumping up out of the pans and bowls deep inside the market is actually right here being fried up. You can order a bag of this super fried catfish. It's just like It's just like a puff of fish. And they throw a sour marinade on top, usually with mango and all sorts of other things on it. It's delicious. Thailand has no shortage of brightly colored desserts. So here's some beautiful looking luk chup, which is a mung bean filled dessert. It looks super colorful. You think it's going to be super sweet. It's actually quite a savory taste to it. If you are really lazy and or cheap, this is also a great place to get those curries pre-made without having to make them yourself. And I also see some juice that we're gonna stop and get. I think we have to have some of that. So this is actually sugarcane juice that he's kind of ground up and they're serving over ice. So we're gonna go ahead and have 2 cups. So the sugarcane juice has a really mild flavor. Of course, it's sweet, tastes really natural if you've ever chewed on sugarcane before. Great in this heat. And I know it's still early, but I'm already sweating. I need to kind of just wipe my face there. Okay, let's keep going. Of course, one of the things you can have while you're here is mango and sticky rice. It's never too early. And of course, they make it the old school way here, so you're gonna get a pretty great looking mango. Look at this guy. Pretty great looking mango, and a plate of mango and sticky rice for about 70 baht, which is $2. How much are you paying for it where you are? We just walked the length of the road across from the market. It's a great place to find delicious food. There's all kinds of fried fish and mango. There's all kinds of fried fish, mango and sticky rice, banana trees, pretty much anything you could want or desire is right here, even without going into the markets. So Thewet Market, like all fresh markets, is surrounded by a ton of delicious food. So we're going hunting a restaurant called Krua Apsorn, see if it's open yet, and see if we can find some delicious curries and things to try. All right, so we had a successful morning in the market, and now we are at a nearby restaurant called Krua Apsorn. This is a really famous restaurant. They've gotten a lot of press for being one of the top restaurants and being on all these top lists and things like that. Actually, some of those lists, they probably not really what they're aiming for. This is more of a home-style family restaurant that you should try because they have great food and really affordable prices. We've just ordered a few dishes today. One of them is Mung Kanat, which is similar to Mung Kam, which you may know is a famous Thai appetizer, Thai snack that you can grab the sauce and put all sorts of things inside. So yeah, you'll see here, this is a different leaf entirely. This is more like more of like a Chinese spinach type of leaf. But everything else is the same. You're still gonna grab it and start pasting the leaf with the sauce. That's the tamarind-based sauce. You're gonna get a little bit of ginger. You don't want too much ginger. I really don't want all of that. I just threw some ginger in my mouth and it's really spicy. The paste is gonna help everything stick in a little bit. So we've got some red or purple onion and lime. Yeah, that's some fried pork. Peanuts. And have one of these homies in there. This is dried shrimp. And maybe an extra little dose of this for good measure. Oh, the most important thing, one of these chilies, so you can feel the burn. All right. All you're gonna do is just tuck this guy like that and fold it in. Yeah, you can pull the corners in so you don't have stuff going everywhere. The leaves are really strong, so they support a lot of stuff. There's so much going on. It's the gift that keeps giving. You got your spice, a really tart sweetness from the tamarind sauce. That chili that won't go away. And the ginger is also really spicy. I think you might skip the chili thinking that'll make it less spicy, but the ginger is also really spicy. So my throat is burning, but I quite love it. So next we have looks like a southern style yellow curry. Central people would call it gang luang. It's more like gang som. It's known pretty much for being deathly spicy, and you can see here just the color of it. They've used a lot of the paste, and they have these lotus shoots in here along with some delicious looking shrimp. You want to be careful with this one. This one is also a burner, but if you have a chance to try it, it's a phenomenal dish. It's one of the curries that we saw in the market this morning, and yeah, I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sip a little bit of this broth. Yeah, it's spicy. It's slightly tart, and I think I have to have more. Yeah. This is one of the curries that has a slow heat that kind of sneaks up on you. Luckily, it's not as spicy as some of the similar yellow curries and southern curries that I've had as I choke. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna cry, but it's really, really delicious. And finally, to kind of tone down the spice, maybe we'll have a little bit of fish. This is just a basic fried sea bass that they've covered with a menage of garlic and chili and thrown a couple leaves of coriander on there. All looks fabulous. We're gonna scoop up a bit here close to the head. And then so you see, it's just fried fish with the salad on top. So you're gonna grab a little garlic, a little bit of chili. But what you're also gonna do is scoop the fish out of the way, and there's this sauce underneath the fish. And we definitely want to get some of that sauce. This is a sauce that they have actually poured on top of the fish, but a lot of it is run down to the bottom. So you get a little bit of that in your spoon. Make sure you have some garlic and chili. And if you like coriander, let's go ahead and throw one of these in my mouth just for good measure. It's really good. Yeah, it's salty, it's spicy. That sauce has a little bit of tang and sweetness to it. If you make it up to Krua Apsorn, there's plenty of great dishes. They have more dishes that we didn't eat today, but are very reasonably priced. So I highly recommend this place. And it's maybe about a mile and a half from Khao San, and a place that you never see people talking about. So that's my off the beaten path recommendation for today. Stay tuned, we have more coming. What a great meal. This place is awesome, it's cheap. I think those 3 dishes and drinks, we spent about $15, 632 baht. So it's definitely a budget meal, phenomenal food, some really spicy stuff in there, and some traditional Central Thai stuff that you're gonna love. So check out Krua Apsorn. We'll leave the details and everything for the restaurant below.